Welcome to the Bandicoot broadcast, your resource for crypto coaching, education, and exclusive interviews. This is where we can discuss crypto and finance while helping you forge your own financial freedom. We are not financial advisors, nor are we accountants, so please consult a professional before making any crypto investments. This morning I have David with Start9 Labs, and we're going to talk about the embassy. So it's not just a Bitcoin node, it's also a private server. Am I correct, David?
Yeah, and we'll kind of get into what that means and what's involved with that for sure in detail.
Awesome. Well, we cannot wait to learn about this. David has prepared an awesome presentation for us, so I will let you have the floor.
All righty. Thank you very much for having me on the show. I appreciate it. My name is David Croissant. I'll get into who I am, who I'm working with, and what we're doing. Here's a little teaser on the screen here of the technology that that we produce at Start9. But let's go ahead and get into who I am to start with, just a little bit of background. My name is David Croissant. I've been in the Bitcoin space for about a decade now. Proud to say, it seems like there's not a whole lot of us. I'm very passionate about open source technology. If you're not familiar with what open source technology is, we'll get into that a little bit more. But the gist, one way to think about it is the way that you would think about food recipes. So this is the instructions for which you would use to build a meal or a dish. This is something that you might share freely with your friends. You might create this, put it into a cookbook and sell the cookbook full of recipes, things like that. This is just applied to hardware and software. Software obviously being written in code and hardware being made out of computer chips. So for about the last 5 years, I was working for myself, had a small technology company, and was perfectly happy to be doing my own thing until I found out about Start9 Labs and what the guys are doing over there. So I'm now working at Start9 Labs to help people declare their digital independence, and we're going to get into what that means as well. So who's Start9? Start9 Labs is a Denver, Colorado-based startup. Been around a couple of years now. This year, they received $1.2 million in funding to advance sovereign computing. Again, if that term doesn't mean anything to you, don't worry, we'll get into what that means exactly here in the presentation. Currently, there's 8 of us, and we are growing. We're still hiring now, and we hope to expand quite a bit next year. So why are we here today? What are we going to talk about? 2 major things. Thing one is that there are some big problems with modern technology. I don't think this is going to come as a surprise to anybody. And 2, and more importantly, there are elegant solutions to those problems. And that's what we really want to focus on today. But it does require that we kind of talk about the problem if we're going to talk about the solution.
Click on the Patreon link below to take a deep dive with David and I in the problems and solutions in modern technology.